الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا مولانا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ثم أما بعد. The Prophet ﷺ, part of his enduring legacy is that he came with the most upright character, and the Quran confirms this in one of its ayahs where it says وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, and you are of a great character. And his wife Aisha radiallahu anha commented on his character, خُلُقُهُ الْقُرْآنِ. And the Prophet ﷺ said about himself, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمِ الْأَخْلَاقِ, I have not been sent except to perfect the character traits. And so this moral legacy of the Prophet ﷺ, and indeed we can even say it's an ethical legacy, was the very message that he sought to bring to the people of the Arabian Peninsula, and of course to the greater world and greater society after that. And so nowadays when people speak about ethics and morals, Muslims definitely have a legacy that they can point to in terms of these ethics and these morals. And oftentimes we lose sight of this because we are concerned with the letter of the law, and perhaps we lose sight of the spirit of the law. And these ethics and these moral character traits deal more with the spirit of the law. And in traditional learning and traditional knowledge, the study of these moral and ethical character traits is known as ilm al-tasawwuf, or Sufism, which is often misconstrued to mean a so-called mystical sect or mystical aspect of Islam, when in reality it's the science or the Islamic discipline by which we seek to learn more about these ethical character traits, this moral excellence, and how we as Muslims can embody it within ourselves, as opposed to fiqh or law, which is more concerned with the actions and sayings of Muslims, what falls under halal or what falls under haram, what is forbidden or what is permissible or what is obligatory or what is reprehensible or what is recommended. And so as a result, sometimes we tend to think of Islam as a checklist of do's and don'ts, when actually we have a much greater legacy to point towards, namely the moral and ethical tradition within Islam that our scholars have studied and have researched and have taught, all under the rubric of the discipline of ilm al-tasawwuf, or the science of engendering moral character and ethical excellence within ourselves. And so, as Shaykh Ahmed Zarruq stated, he said that the discipline of the one teaching the moral character, it's more precise, and whereas the discipline of the one teaching law is more vast. And so we cannot perfect the vast except when we have these precise sciences by which to bring them into our own reality. And so when the Prophet ﷺ, he said, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمِ الْأَخْلَاقِ, I have not been sent except to perfect moral character traits. He also indicated that Muslims and even non-Muslims alike have a basic fitrah. They have a basic ethical and moral excellence within them, the ability to distinguish right and wrong on a primal basis. And this is known as the fitrah. This is known as the primordial state that all human beings are endowed with in the womb, and upon their birth they have it. And it's namely their experience thereafter, their circumstances, that can have some effect on their practice and their understanding of this fitrah. But nonetheless, we are enjoined to perfect these moral character traits. And if we look at them, we see that they're actually universal ethical values. They're nothing that no other community and no other nation has. In fact, they themselves have enjoined and have upheld, namely truth, honesty, trustworthiness, good opinion of others, and of course to reject the reprehensible character traits of lying and envy and enmity and rancor, and having bad suspicion and bad thought about others. And these are things that are universally applied. And perhaps one of the projects that Muslims can embark on is trying to go about and formulate a shared ethical platform that we, as well as other morally minded individuals, can share. So we all hold truth to be a great character trait. We all hold trustworthiness. We all think that people should treat others as they themselves want to be treated. And this is the real legacy of the Prophet ﷺ. We have been sent not only to give guidance and to help Muslims, but also to help the human condition in general. And this human condition, in its current state, is a disease and it's a malady of ethics and a disease and malady of hearts. All of the current calamities and all of the current trials and tribulations much of the humanity is undergoing now is a result of a collapse of ethics, a collapse of upholding of morals. And we as Muslims, we hold this legacy, and ultimately it is up to us to bring this message to others, as the Prophet ﷺ enjoined us to do when he said, بَلِّغُوا عَنِّي وَلَوْ آيَةً, and convey my message even if it's a single ayah. وصلى الله عليه وسلم.